Joined now by Doon manager Fergie O'Loughlin. Fergie, we spoke before the game. The ambition was to get to a semi-final. Objective achieved from your point of view?
Yeah, that's objective achieved. I suppose, like I said, after our little trimming against Kilmallock in the first round, if you told me, move on 2 months afterwards, we'd be in a county semi-final, I'd have bit your hand off. And no, in fairness to the boys, you know, I don't want to keep harping on about numbers and injuries and where we are with a certain amount of the players coming back and that. But in fairness to the lads, like, you know, the second half performance there, if we can produce 60 odd minutes of that, you know, we give bags to anybody. It was very workmanlike, and I'm just very pleased for the lads. You know, that was our objective at the start of the year, you know, to see can we get right to the business in with what we have, personally what we have, and we've achieved that, so we're delighted with that.
The first half of the game, it was kind of a dead game. It never really got going. You went in level, a few switches at half time. You kind of dominated the second half for large periods. What did you just say to the lads at the break?
Yeah, look at all the first half, John, and let's be honest, was played on Mungret's terms. The one thing that we were saying all week that we couldn't allow Mungret to do was work the ball from deep, bring it through the lines, the fast, quick players, and allow them then to develop from the middle third. And we allowed them to do that in the first half. And in fairness to Mungret, they played the game that they're very, very well capable of doing. But in the second half, we just restructured a little bit well. We got them to go a bit longer from their puck outs and from their general play deep into our half rather than work it. And we kind of culled their big players that were, look at their number 13, Paul O'Brien, was savage in the first half, was non-existent in the second half. 9, McCahey, to a lesser extent in the second half. Got Keane O'Donovan over and Toffee and thought he did a very, very good job. But we just restructured a little bit more, worked the ball ourselves a little bit more rather than got direct ball. So yeah, look at I think the lads themselves, we just put a few ideas into their heads, and I asked them just to structure the game themselves as it went on. But I think our energy, the second half, our workmanlike, was just far, far superior, John and lads, in the second half. And I think that was the overall riding factor in the second half. We just had far more energy than we had in the first half.
A 2-week break now to a fairly daunting one against Limerick SHC.
Yeah,
you know, it's as tough as it gets.
It is. Look at I've said this from day one. You know, when you're playing in Limerick SHC, you're potentially playing Munster Club champions, maybe All Ireland finalists. You know, that's their target. There's such wealth of talent there. But look at it's a 2-horse race. We're delighted to be there. We're hoping we just won't be making up the numbers. We'll be realistic that the challenge is massive for us. But look at, we'll refocus on Tuesday night. We get a recovery in tomorrow. We'll refocus on Tuesday night and hopefully try and come up with some game plan to Cullum and keep it as competitive as we can for as long as we can.
He is coming back. Is it turning the corner a bit for you?
He is, Matt. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, you know, and it was a risk really. We were told by our physio and by the experts that if he could get another 2 weeks, that he definitely would be 100% right. But look we were just in serious trouble in the first half, and it was a chance we took. And delighted now he's got over it. Delighted to get that little bit of game time under his belt and did reasonably okay. So look he's back now, so hopefully the next 2 weeks he'll be in a far better place in 2 weeks time again, and that's that defensive role that we need really to shape up a little bit better in. Yeah.
And the younger players this year have really stepped up. We keep mentioning players that are missing, but the guys have actually stepped up, the likes of Doon and Coughlin and these guys, they're standing up to be counted, so that's surely a positive for the club.
It is, Trev, yeah, you know, look at it, and we often forget, especially myself, I often forget that the likes of Doon and Coughlin is only 18 years of age. And you know, I do be a little bit hard on him at times, thinking he should be doing superstar Adam English stuff and Pat Ryan stuff, but no, they've really stepped up to the plate. And you know what, the very, very most important thing is that where they're training very hard, but they've fitted very well in with the older group, and they're a part of the squad now, and they fit in very well. And going forward for Doon, the likes of Doon and Coughlin, Gareth Thomas, Jack Ryan, all these fellas are going to be serious players going forward, and they've got a real taste of championship fray, the good, the bad and the ugly of it this year.